Tired of financial headaches? Are late nights spent balancing books instead of building your business? You need Labora Lee Bookkeeping. We take the stress out of your finances. Labora Lee Bookkeeping offers expert solutions for all your needs: precise bookkeeping, efficient payroll, and comprehensive tax preparation. We empower small businesses with accurate financial insights, helping them make smart decisions and achieve greater profitability. Stop stressing and start succeeding. Contact Labora Lee Bookkeeping today for a free financial assessment. That's Labora Lee Bookkeeping. Get back to business.
What if the background music in your business could do more than just fill silence? What if it could actually increase sales, build customer loyalty, and define your brand? Our mission is simple: to help businesses like yours succeed by harnessing the strategic power of sound. We believe the right music can be a game changer, and we're going to prove it.
Hey. Hey. What's going on? What's up? You know what time it is. Yep, it's Media Monday. It is. Hold on. What? Okay. Yeah, it's Media Monday. It's time to get into some things. But before we get into those things, let me say a few things. Like, join the conversation. You could do that by calling the number 443-551-5963. 443-551-5963. That will be back on the screen. You could drop a comment. You could shoot a text message. If you shoot a text message, I'll read it out loud. You drop a comment, it'll be on the screen. And if you call in, you'll be live on air. And that is what it is. That is what it is. Listen, I'm going to put that up there now. But I'm also going to put this up there. There's always a way to get in contact with me. Pick one. One. Sorry about that. And I holler at your girl. Yeah, I need some libation. Anyway. Back to business. Listen, it's always on the screen, and I tell y'all this every day. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, every subscription that we can get. And they are greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But it's at the bottom of the screen. You won't see that the whole time. You'll see that the whole time. There's one thing I missed too, but before I get to that, go over to our website. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com. www.ambitiouslyent.com. And while you're over there, join the coffee community. And I'll tell you more about that a little later. But for right now, the thing that I did forget that I want to put up before I get started, let's get it.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this video and on the Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect the opinion of our and Ambitiously the Podcast YouTube channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. TVMA, viewer discretion is advised. All commentary is alleged.
It's alleged. It's all entertainment, people. So, let's get into some stuff. Welcome. Oh, sorry. Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl, boy Lee, aka Cat Lee, and you now tune into Ambitiously Entertainment, Ambitiously the Podcast, all that good stuff. Listen, we have some things to talk about this evening. As you can see, I'm still in my slash office bedroom. I'm not in the studio this evening, trying to get some affairs in order because the tax season is creeping up. And being as though I am a tax preparer and a bookkeeper, this is a busy time of the year right now. So I'm kind of in my space where I can work comfortably. It's a lot of work going on. But welcome back to Ambitiously the Podcast. It is Media Monday, which means it is time to lean in, mic up, and get into the week's biggest headlines. Like, we need to talk about them. So it's the segment that we all love. It's called the GAB. It is. That's what it is. We talk about all the gab over here. Of course, I told you I'm your host, Labora Lee Woo, or Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee Woo. And we are skipping the fluff and diving into some things that's going on in the hip hop cycle right now. It's crazy. It's crazy, but let's jump into it, right? So, first story on our agenda this evening while we jumping into this gab beat is it's straight out of a script, but unfortunately it's very, very real. Too real. So the news is broke that and I got a lot to say about this, so I'm gonna talk about it. Tekashi 6ix9ine's mother was held at gunpoint and against her will. Of course, if you're getting held at gunpoint, it's against your will. You didn't volunteer for that kind of behavior. After her home was reportedly invaded by a gunman. This is a terrifying situation, which it is. Like, I can't even begin to imagine how she was feeling. But it instantly goes viral because of the name attached to it, which is her son, Daniel. You know, Daniel. Hold on, let me see what we got going on here. Her son, Daniel. Oh, hi, Rock Honey. Hi, Bookie Boo. Yeah, but anyway, so let's keep going. Um, so of course we send prayers and in hopes that she's feeling a little bit safer. Let's talk about the optics though. So this story reminds us of the constant high stakes exposure that comes with a high profile. Like, your name, famous people know who you are. Um, and especially if you're high controversial, if you have a high controversial rap career. And nobody said it was a good rap career. We just said it's highly controversial. For 6ix9ine, who is already a walking headline, which he is, this tragic incident puts a spotlight not just on him, but the vulnerability, well, I can't even get out, vulnerability of his family. And it's like, this is dark stuff, man. And I don't know that ambition is enough, like to put your family through some things like that. That's like crazy work. Um, I don't think that anything that he did he consider them. I think that everything that he did, he was considering himself. And that's cool, but it's other people involved. Like, you just can't. You're not the only person that suffers from your actions. Like, the consequences can expand far and wide, but you can't tell these young whippersnappers nothing. Can't tell these whippersnappers nothing. But anyway, um, it's crazy. Let's get into this real quick, because it's all in the entertainment business. This is what we do on Monday. But anyway, so let's transition to something slightly less heavy, but equally fascinating for the culture. A celebrity couple alert. Mm, I ain't even gonna play this because this don't even deserve the horns. But anyway, um, the newly free Blueface was spotted out with Hazel E on what is being reported their first official date in Hollywood. He even bought her a bushel of roses on the street. Very old school charm for a new school pairing. Blueface is looking to make a comeback, and nothing screams first start in Hollywood like a high profile brand romance. Brand new romance. Sorry, I said brand romance. No pun intended, but a brand new Hollywood romance. Um, this is a classic media strategy. Redirect the narrative after serving time. He's not about the past. He's creating a new chapter in this headline. It shifts the attention from the legal troubles to love, positioning him as a reformed family man. Maybe. I don't know. It's calculated and highly ambitious mind. Highly ambitious. Media reset. I don't know if it's gonna work though. I think this is a age old strategy and people see it for what it is. Like, I don't when I first came across them supposedly being the item, I was just like, nah, this is just for the glitz and glams, the cameras and all that stuff. I don't feel like none of this is gonna last, nor does it make sense typically for a couple type of situation. But to each his own. If you like it, I love it. Just it's just a little crazy. A little crazy. Just a little bit. Anyway, let's keep it moving. So, we got an exclusive with Young Thug coming out on GQ Men. Coming out of the GQ Men of the Year party. Thugger didn't hold back when why his partner Mariah the scientist wasn't there, and reportedly he straight up said, "I put a baby in him." So was he joking or is she really pregnant? So talk about a surprise announcement. Forget the coordinated Instagram drop. Young Thug decided to share his future plans while on the red carpet. This is a masterclass in controlling the narrative, even if it's totally off the cuff. Um, in the age of social media, the most ambitious media move is often the one that's the most unfiltered, generating buzz, instant buzz that dominates in the controversy. Because everybody likes some kind of mess. This is why we do the Gabby. We kind of like the mess too. That's it. It makes sense. But yeah, and that's what that is. Like, I don't, is she really pregnant? We don't know. She might be. Who knows? He said he put a baby in her, and he probably did, considering all the things that went on with his release from the clank. So he might have. And, to make up for him telling another girl he was going to put a baby in her, he might have. He might. Maybe. Who knows? But at the end of the day, that's what he said. Let's let's hit a oh, this is a all right. Let me just get into it. So, the always candid Boosie Badass weighed in on a very sensitive topic, which is Diddy crying in court after the verdict. Boosie's take, what is it? Well, he's essentially said that Diddy wasn't manly enough, saying Diddy should have maintained chin up, chest out. Oh, Boosie always got something to say. The soundbite is fuel for every podcast and debate in America. Diddy is doing what he does best, delivering a hot take that cuts through the noise and reinforces a specific cultural expectation. This is just news. It's a commentary on celebrity accountability and the media performance, all wrapped up with 5-second sound bites. Boosie, 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 Boosie. Um, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you mind people's business just a little bit too much. That's what I feel in my heart and hearts. But I mind people's business, so who am I to talk about anything? I'm just saying, like, why was that even a conversation, though? Like, why? It's okay, Boosie. We figured. Anyway, and finally, we close our Gab beat. Couldn't even we close our Gab beat with a massive global headline that proves celebrity controversy knows no boundaries. Not one, not none, just none. So it's being reported that Kanye West is facing possible arrest in Brazil. Not in Brazil. I love Brazil. Um, if he performs a track referencing Hitler at his second Sao Paulo concert. No, and don't do Paulo, Kanye. Don't do them at all. I love them there. Don't do them. The city prosecutor's office has issued a stern warning with police reportedly on standby, ready to charge him with racism if he uses the Nazi related imagery and apologetics. Kanye. This is arguably the most serious story of the week. It is. Because, like, why are we even doing this? Even if you do perform the song, certain places that you cannot perform the song at. And Brazil being one. Oh, no. No, just don't do it. I'm going to find out if he did it. It moves beyond local celebrity gossip and into the realm of international law and cultural memory. It sets a monument precedent where what are the global limits of artistic expression when it conflicts with a country's legal and moral standards? That's the question. For Kanye, this is the ultimate challenge to his provocative brand and an actual threat of his freedom if he crosses the legal line. It forces us to ask, is the stock value worth the cost? And how will the global media cover a potential arrest of the world's biggest stars? Like, I'm gonna just tell it because they shouldn't have been doing it for me to tell it. That is a story that we'll watch all week because is Kanye gonna start the song? Maybe start the song because I don't think they're gonna let the song play on. I think they're gonna rush the stage and place him under arrest. I just don't see them letting it go further than him just starting the song. He's not gonna get the whole song off. And then Kanye, can you handle being in a Brazilian prison? They kind of rough over in Brazil. They don't play. Can you handle that? I don't think you can handle that. And it's not that much money in the world. You don't have that. Well, you do have that kind of money, but I don't think you're going to get off, sir. The Brazilian judicial system is different than the United States. This is the first time I've ever heard of something. Like, I've heard some stuff about Kanye, but him actually facing going to jail, that's a whole nother monster right there. Like, a whole nother lane entirely. I've never heard anything like that. So what you gonna do, Kanye? What are you going to do? The ball is in your court. Do you perform the song? I don't even see why you would do that. Like, why would you risk your freedom? I mean, of course, he'll say it's like, oh, freedom of speech, but that's not the United States. So those laws don't necessarily apply over there. And then he'll say freedom of creativity. Well, that doesn't work everywhere you go. Like, that's not, it's not how any of this works, Kanye. It's not how any of this works. So we're gonna see what's going on with that. We're gonna keep our eye on that. I would like to know what happens next. Did he perform the song? I don't think he would. I don't think he has the guts. I don't think he has the cojones to even take a chance like that. I don't. And be honest with you. I don't think he got it on him. But he like, you know what? I'm gonna go out here and perform this song anyway. What they gonna do to me? What they gonna do to me? Like, I just Kanye. I usually don't talk to you about your, shenanigans, but this is the one time I think I need to have a conversation with you about your behavior. And not everybody is going to be accepting of your shenanigans. No, everybody's not going to be cool with it. And I think you need to really take a look at how you move, and especially in other countries. Yeah, you love and people want to come to your concert and all of that. But the government is the government in every country. And I don't think it's anything that you could do to stop them from spanking that ass if they see fit by putting you in prison. Or putting you not in prison, but in jail. And then who knows how long they're gonna hold you. They might try to make a point. See, it's so many different ways to look at this. Like, um, I just I pray for Kanye. I still pray for him, even though he get on my nerves and I don't really like, what I mean, talking about some of the stuff he got going on. Some stuff I have to talk about. This man might be going to jail if he decides to make a move. Uh, so a little recap before I move on to the next thing that I need to move on to. We got Takashi 6ix9ine Mom Dukes being held hostage in her house at gunpoint. Um, but she got a target on her head. That's what I'm just gonna say, and her son is the reason why she did. That's how I feel. Blueface and Hazel E, please. I do not. I don't know. No. Just no. It don't even look good. It doesn't even make for good optics. You feel me? It's just not cute. She looked like a desperate old lady trying to chase after a Y, and it's not cute. Girl. And then all the stuff you did to yourself, it probably gets pickings probably slim. So child. Y'all are high stinking mess. Man, how dare you want to join into the circus that is Blueface's harem? Like, why would you want to be there? But whatever. Chicks are kicking the thing. Do we believe that Young Thug really put a baby in Mariah the Scientist? I believe it only because he did a lot to that girl, and being as though she a breaking new artist, you feel me? She trying to step into her own lane, and then you got this dude over here talking about he want to put a baby, and that's supposed to be your man. He talking about he want to put a baby in somebody else, and all y'all little phone things leaked. I would say forget him for her part in the situation. Girl, you crazy if you let that man knock you out. You gotta be out your mind. You gotta be out your ever loving mind if you let that man knock you out. You're supposed to be focused. To get focused on getting to the bag. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Singing your little heart out. You got some little joints I like. I ain't gonna lie. That's a few Mariah the Scientist songs that I rock with. So I just say right now at this point in your career, you don't need that kind of drama in your life. But love is blind and people are stupid. That's what it is. Boosie, that man was happy. Let him cry if he need to cry. If that's how he need to get it out, then let that be it. If he need to shed a tear, make an ugly face, or whatever else the case may be, let that man shed his tears. Dang, you all out here, he not man enough. He not manly enough. Well, he thought his life was about to be gone. And everybody ain't gonna be like, cool, take my life away, especially when you live that level of a lifestyle. Um, you know what I mean? Like they had you on lifestyles of the rich and famous. Like your parties was all the rage, and everybody wanted to be at them. Um, like you are known as the producer of all. You were in charge of greats like Biggie Smalls and them. I can't even get everybody else because I'm thinking about Black Rob. I'm thinking about all of them ninjas, and I would be going at a list, but you didn't steal everybody's publishing. How about you? I'm quite sure you tried to get there, but you didn't build an empire. Um, no matter if it was good or bad, how he did it, you didn't do that. So imagine you did all of that, and now somebody coming and saying, "No, you know what? That's out of here. We taking that away." He probably happy that he's still coming home to a little bit of money. It's still dwindling because the court cases is still out here. And by him going to jail, some of them might get one. You feel me? But he still got money nonetheless. So, and he like, I'm not getting ready to spend the rest of my life behind bars because the penalty was steep, even for the things that he did get, found guilty of. But let's say they put all of those things together. The the trafficking, like the worker aspect, which he did get. He got 2 charges on that, and then RICO, which he absolutely could have the RICO charge. And then it was one other one, arson. What if he got all of those? Like, what if they say yeah to all of that? That man would never be coming home a day in his life. Got a little baby, you know. He wouldn't be seeing his kids. Like, just imagine that. So yeah, he cried. Yeah, he cried. It's okay for men to cry sometimes. It is. It's all right. That don't mean that you're not manly because you shed a tear. People shed tears all the time. Somebody passed away, they cry. They heard about it. Um, what else? maybe something miraculous that they never thought could happen happens. You feel me? And they're excited and happy about it. It's okay for a man to cry. I get tired of that narrative that men aren't allowed to cry. Like, why? They got emotions like everybody else. Why? I don't understand that part, but whatever. That's how he feel. That's how Boosie feel. That's how Boosie feel. I just feel like it's it's crazy. Like men, it's okay for men to cry. Sometimes you need to get the little cry out real quick. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to do that. Anyway, it's time to show some love. Boosie get on my nerves. Like, ooh, you don't gotta be that. You don't gotta be that tough all your life. Sometimes you just gotta let it out. Just let it go. Just let it go. That's all I'm saying. You don't gotta be that tough all the time. Oh, I'm trying to make sure I got the right list, which I think I do. So yeah, let's get it. You don't gotta be that manly. It is time to show some love. I want to shout out anybody watching for Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, or Rumble. You guys are amazing, and just thank you so much for holding it down like how you be holding it down. Boosie just he gotta maybe he need a good cry, and that's why he feel like that. I don't know, but anyway, it's time for me to show some other love. This love is kind of different, um, because these are my listening. This is my listening audience, and they come from far and wide, across seas, over mountains. Um, they come from a lot of places, and they listen to this podcast, and I like to show them as much love as I possibly can. So what we call this segment is the love notes. I still have not gotten my song. I gotta get me a little, just a little something, just going in and time for the love notes. But anyway, these people, I love them. They download this podcast, they listen, some come back, some don't. I just love it nonetheless. I love learning about new countries, which I totally do by doing this podcast. So it makes me happy to see the list grow. Um, it does. It makes me extremely happy. So it is time for the love notes because this is my way of sending them love. I'll send them a little love note. Love y'all. Um, I used to call it love. Doc used to call it show notes. I wasn't gonna call it show notes ever in life. We bickered back and forth, and then finally we came to an agreement, a compromise, have you? Because what we realized is there's no love without compromise. So we came to the compromise, and we started calling it love notes. And I would never change it at this point. It's just for what? It's love, man. It's all love. Doc also used to say that I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I didn't, but it was like a lot of papers. But in all fairness, it was a lot of cities, states, territories, and countries on these papers. And so it was a lot of it. But we don't do that anymore. We've, condensed it down, a little compression. And now we do this. And I love doing this. Hold on, let's go. It's all love. Thank you all for the love. Shout out to the United States, United Kingdom, India, China, Canada, Belgium, specifically Brussels. Hi, babies. Thank you for the love and dedication. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, uh, Mex- Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Kenya. Hi, babies. I love you. Thank you for the love. Thank you. Thank you. Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. You guys are extraordinary. Thank you. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, France, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Hi, boos. Hi, I love you too. Thank you. Thank you for staying down. Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, Lithuania, Sweden, Bangladesh, and Latvia. Oh my goodness, I love you guys so much. And I just need you to know that I do love you extremely much. Thank you. It's just love. I can't even describe it. I just love y'all so much. Thank you for being here and supporting this podcast. Hungary, Greece, Denmark, Jamaica. Hold on, Jamaica, I got you. Slovakia, Ukraine, and Peru. Hi, booze. I love you. Thank you for the love. You guys are extraordinary. Um, Italy, Egypt, Malta, Tanzania, Cambodia, Colombia, Trinidad, and Tobago. You guys are also deeply appreciated. I love you guys. Thank you for downloading this podcast and giving it a gander. You guys are amazing. Bulgaria, Cote d'Ivoire, Palestinian territory occupied, Malaysia, Iraq, Ecuador, Islamic Republic of Iran. Oh my gosh, and there's one more, but I'm missing it. I love you guys. I'm sorry. Bulgaria, I'm sorry. Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Uzbekistan, and Georgia. Oh my gosh, this list gets longer and longer, and I don't know what to do. But I love each and every one of you. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. My apologies. But I feel like I did. I missed one, but I love you guys so much. You guys are extraordinary to me. The reason why I keep going because you guys keep listening. So obviously I got something going on that y'all like. And I appreciate y'all for that. Like I do. I do. Um, man, you guys are amazing. Listen, it's time for me to say something. Join the conversation. You could do that by calling in the numbers 443-551-5963, 443-551-5963. Call in, you could text, you can drop a comment. You call in, you text, the number's the same number. You call in, you live on air, you text, I'm gonna read your message live on air, and if you drop a comment, I'm reading your message live on air, and I'm also gonna put it on the screen because that's what I do over here. There are a lot of ways to get in contact with us. I tell y'all that all the time. I don't feel like I like showing it is redundant, but contact at ambitiouslyent.com, contact at ambitiouslyent.com, or you can hit us up at ambitiouslythepodcast at gmail.com, ambitiouslythepodcast at gmail.com. Listen, go on over there and check out our website. Do that. www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. And while you're over there, join the coffee community so we can have salacious, titillating, and taboo conversations. And I can cuss whenever I feel like. I hate censorship. Like, listen, I hate censorship with a passion. And I would like to just be the raw, unadulterated me, but they, it's a lot of restrictions. So over there, restrictions. I feel like that's a good place to be. Much love to our amazing DJ Rukazy, who he holds it down for us, and we love him. And the mixes be fire, it be some heat, and I feel like we be giving it up to y'all. So whatever you got going on, it's like the pregame to whatever the situation you got for the evening. It airs every Friday, 9:30 to 10:30. And then if you want to hear the full mix, you need to go over to the radio station. It's that simple. It's that simple. And also like, share. Hold on, one more time for the one time. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and subscription that we can get. We appreciate those. It gives us a reason to keep moving. To just know that y'all like what we got going on over here. So that's that. All right. It's time for me to say the other things. For me to say the other things. It is like, mind your business. Everybody's business is not your business. Some people's business, it just don't belong to you. Mind your business, right? Except for a media Monday, like this evening, where I tell everybody's business because I'm nosy and I want y'all to be nosy with me. I do. I do. That's just the proper way to do things. Listen, today we went from a home invasion to international arrest threats. It's crazy work. I don't make this stuff up. Uh, the hip, I don't make the stuff up. The hip hop Media machine is working in overtime right now, and I need y'all to understand that. So remember, understanding the narrative is most ambitious. That's the most ambitious thing you could do. Like, it's just what it is. It is. So are we being nosy? We need to know what's going on. We need to know. We need to know so we can form our own opinion about what it is. That's all. The tap in, I try not to tell other people's business, but sometimes it's warranted. Not always intentional, but sometimes it's warranted. Some people's business got to be put out there. The wiretap, if you have a court case or you did something crazy, stupid, depraved, sinister, foul, heinous, disgusting, dumb, idiotic. If Doc was here, he would say insidious. If you did any of those things, you got a court case, and I can pull it, or I can put a story together. Like, I could put a story together about it. I'm gonna read it, and everybody's gonna know. So you shouldn't. You should just behave yourself. You should. You should just behave yourself. And then Wet and Wired Wednesday. I'm thinking about a Wet and Wired Wednesday this Wednesday, but I'm thinking on it. I have some things I want to get off my chest. Um, that's more of my business. And when Doc is here, Doc's business. It's really what that basically boils down to. And if you make it to an episode of Cattails, which is coming, I know the girl is working multiple different angles right now, and I'm trying to get it together. All right. But anyway, if you do make it on the episode of Cattails, just know that I change everybody's name. I do. So if the story is about you, but I don't tell your name, nobody will know it's you. Nobody will ever know it's you. The only way they know it's you is if you decide to jump in the comments and start running off at the mouth, or you decide that you want to call yourself approaching me about it, and I'm telling it, and everybody gonna know it's you, and that's gonna be that. So just shut the fuck up. And if Doc was here, also he would say, "Dog, go holler, bitch, shut up, just shut up." Okay, love your babies, hug your babies. Tell your babies that they are the best, the greatest of all times. They need that love and encouragement. And it's your job as a parent to make sure that they have that. It's your job. Nobody else's. It's your job. Um, it's your job, man. They want to work for NASA, tell them to be the best I'm sorry, the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, whatever the hell else they do over there at NASA. I don't know. What I know is get yourself a telescope, a good one. Not the kind that you look through your neighbor's windows with. This one needs to look into space. Um, it comes with scopes, beams, lenses. And if you got one like mine, an app, go outside. And you're going to have to attach it too, but go outside and discover some stuff with your kids. You feel me? You never know what you might discover. An asteroid, a comet, a meteor. I hope all of them are going past you, not coming towards you. That's frightening. You might even see the northern lights. Um, shoot, a planet that they say is not a planet no more, but I don't care what they say. It's always a planet, in my opinion, because you made me build a solar system, and that planet was included. So that's just how I feel about that. I don't care what you talk about. Dormant star, I don't care nothing about that. This part of the message. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This part of the message is vital. Vital. It's time for y'all to have y'all fair warning. It's just time.
The following moments may contain explicit language.
May. That's a stretch. It is. That is a stretch. It is definitely going to have some explicit language in there. I just feel like if I give you a warning first, then you'll kind of know what time we're on. And then that way it'll lighten the blow a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just lighten the load a little bit. But say the fuck in your lane. Wait, I didn't even finish saying what I needed to say. which was if they wanted to work for NASA, tell them to be the best NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member, commentator, and all that good stuff. And then they got those two. I don't know, they got a need for speed. And back in the day, muscle car always came to them. And so muscle cars always came to me. So that's what it is. I skipped that part. But now you already got your fair warning, so that kind of lightened it a little bit more. Stay the fuck in your lane. Your lane, my lane, not the same. Your lane is over there. I got eager to say that. My lane is over here. Stay the fuck in your lane. You jump in my lane, you're gonna get something that you do not want. And I mean, you're not gonna like her too much. Do not break the glass, do not push the button, or you're gonna get her. And she is not nice, she is not sweet, she is not kind, she is not cuddly, she's a big cat. And she bites heads off. You don't want her. You don't want her at all. You want her. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly. She is. And plus, if you get her, you get a 2-for-1 special. Who doesn't love a 2-for-1 special? You get her, you big perk. You big perk. If Cat is purring, Cat is a happy, 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 happy girl. You big perk. But you don't want that first one. She not too nice. Don't I sound like I'm having a good time? I feel like I sound like it. But you don't want that first one. She not nice. Plus, what usually happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision. And who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for you. We don't need that for Lisa. Just stay the fuck in your lane. Everything is cool and copacetic. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Every battle is not a battle for you to fight. It's not. Some battles you just gotta be like, you know what? You got that, boo boo. Have that. Have that. Enjoy that. That's all you. That don't have nothing to do with me. And then keep it moving. Or then you end up like that guy, baby Caligula. Little boots. Petty boots. AKA Drake. Then you wind up like him. And who wants to be like him? Nobody. This is not ending well for him. He getting sued all over the place. Just pick and choose your battles wisely. That's a smart way to move. Plus, that nigga nod anyway. He said he studied hip hop battles for a living, but he didn't. Because if he did, one of the most iconic giants, one group, one of them, they said a long time ago that there's a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it. They also say you can run, but you can't high five her. In these streets that we done took, they said biatch. It's like, nah, I ain't say that part. I added it. But they did say, you know, you walking with your head down, scared to look. They said, you shook, because ain't no such thing as half a fuck. Mama say, mama sama makusa. Mama say, mama sama makusa. My little mantra. I needed that real quick. Don't worry about the battle. Worry about the war. I'm worried about the war. You can have the battle. That's all you. You can have that. Worry about the battle. Don't worry about the battle. You want to worry about the battle? That's fine. I'm just trying to help you out. Worry about the war. And be you. Be originally you. Be insanely you. Be authentically you. Be ambitiously you. Be genuinely you. But be you at the end of the day. Even if they say they hate the way that you walk, the way you talk, and the way that you dress. Listen, it's only one thing out of the three that you can help. You can't help the way you walk. That's just the way you walk. And if you're a weirdo and dressing, that's just who you are. And be that great weirdo that you are. But you can, the talk is shit. You can shut the fuck up. You should not be filing court cases against people when you engaged in the battle. Now you mad because you lost the war. Like, you can't do that. You shouldn't be out here making up fake ass accents. Just be who you are. You feel me? Just take that like as an honor. I'm from this place and this is how I talk. And just shut the fuck up in general and everything will be cool. It will be. But I need you to always remember what they eat don't make you shit and what you eat don't make them shit either. Like, fuck them. Just be who you are. You can't make anybody happy. You'll never, ever, ever be able to make anybody happy. But if they allow you to, you can sprinkle some of your pixie dust on them and tell them think happy thoughts. But really, the focus should be on yourself. That's where the focus should be, on yourself, because love starts within, happiness starts within, and if you don't got it inside you don't have nothing to give nobody else anyway. And some people just won't accept it, so just let it be what it's going to be. Um, you came in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave by yourself, baby. Even if you are a twin, unless you're the other kind of twins that I don't like to speak about. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how that works, but you gonna leave by yourself. So why are you here? Focus on you. Listen, no matter how much you try to tweak it and fix it, you won't. They'll find something else to nitpick about anyway. Told you that bitch Misery. She loves some company. I always tell that bitch she gotta get back. I don't fuck with her like that. So that's what it is. But you know, I don't keep that kind of company. But just a little something to help you out. Not help you out through life. And then lastly, dream. Dream big. Dream so big that your dreams exceed the universe and jump to another dimension. And then you visualize and you realize the dream. And then you plan. And then you execute. Because that's the only way it's going to happen. That's what I need you to do. I believe in you. And I hope you believe in yourself too. Do that. And life will be sweet. I promise you. And I don't know what y'all got going on this evening. Nor is that my business. But it is time for me to get up out of here. So I'm going to say this. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Y'all going to get into trouble. Make sure you have a lawyer on retainer. A good one, because they're expensive. Um, and just be safe. Be chill out here. Catch the vibes, man. I got to get up out of here, though, because I got stuff to do. I got school to prepare for tomorrow. And text prepared things to do as well. So I love y'all. Stay safe, stay out of trouble. And I will talk to y'all on Wednesday because I have class tomorrow, so I can't be here tomorrow night. But I love y'all and stay safe. Good night.